Hi, welcome to part 1 of painting the Z. Alright, I am starting the process of sanding my car. I'm going to be painting it a different color. So I got a lot of work to do. You can see the paint is in just really bad condition. There's a lot of the clear coat that's peeling off and just all over the place. You can even see the metal all down in the hood. Alright, I got the car all sanded. I just have that pulled out front there. My garage now, I'm going to work on trying to make this into a paint booth. So I'm going to be laying this paper, down all over the ground, and then I will be putting up plastic sheets on all the sides. And then I have an exhaust fan here that I'll shut the garage over that and use boards to kind of cover the rest of it. So then I'll get proper airflow in here. So that's what I'll be working on. Alright, I have the Z pulled in the garage and I am getting ready to try to prepare it for painting, so I'm going to be masking everything off today. Alright, at this point I've had to do a couple more rounds of Bondo, and the car's looking pretty good. All this is super smooth, you can't really feel anything going over it. So now I just got to finish masking off. I'm going to run the this plastic sheeting all over around the bottom and the tires and wheel wells and everything. And then we should be good to prime. I ended up getting the car all taped off and all masked up. I used a lot of this plastic sheeting and tape just everywhere just to mask it off. On all the windows, on the mirrors. I did use a plastic bag for some small areas. I also have the bumpers laid out over here, and I'm not too worried about these little guards. They kind of go on each of the corners of the car, on like the front, or this is the back, and then the front. So I'm just going to paint those on the ground. I don't really have a good way to hold them as I don't have a lot of paint supply. I closed my garage door most of the way. I put these boards up and I put this fan up, so this will help exhaust air out the back of the garage. I want to start painting the front here first, and so everything's going to be pulled in that direction. Alright, at this point I got this paint suit on, and I'm getting ready to do all the primer. So I'm going to go ahead and tack cloth the whole car. Just make sure that everything is dust free. Also, I'm painting with a 1.7 tip for the primer. I did order a 1.4 tip. This is the Black Widow 2.0. This is the Black Widow 2.0 gun. So this one actually comes with the 1.7 instead of the 1.4, but I did order the 1.4 tip specially, but I'll be using that for paint. For primer, I'm fine with the 1.7. Okay, so there you have it. So at this point, we are ready to start priming the car. So now we're ready to go. Alright, so it's a couple days later. I did get a head start on sanding. I've been wet sanding the car and trying to get that all sorted. The primer turned out pretty good, but there's definitely some areas where there's a technique problem where I kind of got some dry spray. Particularly on the back, like up here. Oh well, you can see how gritty that is. But then here, it definitely comes back. That's all smooth and that's good. But now up here, you can really feel it. But yeah, so we're gonna try to get the car all sanded and ready for paint. I just got the car all tacked off and everything's looking good. Today's painting day, of course, and so I got my purple paint, I got my reducer, and I got the flake, and then there's some clear coat in the back. So that's what I'll be doing today. I'm doing 3 coats of the purple paint, 1 or 2 coats of the flake, and then I'm doing probably 3 to 4 coats of the clear coat on top of that. All right, so now this is coat number 2. So I'm gonna try to be getting better coverage. You know, I tried to do a really light coat. I got a lot of tiger striping. I had the gun set up improperly, so I think that this was just kind of spitting a little bit. That was really bad. I'm not that worried about it because I'm spraying a bunch of flake over this, so that'll help, you know, hide some of these like imperfections. But when I go over this again, you shouldn't be able to notice it. I've been painting really slow, so this should be good, but if I can feel that a little bit, but if it's stringy, then you don't want to paint over it, you gotta wait. So because I'm so slow, I'm good to go. All right, so I've done the base coat. That's how it turned out. The camera picks it up really blue in here, but it's plum crazy purple. It looks really good. There's definitely some areas I wish I did a little bit better prep, but this is my drift car, so I don't really care if there's some imperfections in the paint. You know, I'm just really trying to learn the process on how to paint a car. For example, there was a lot of Bondo work I did over in this area, and I could see like here, you know, there's a little spot, you know, little tiny spot there, a little one there, you know, there's all these kind of like micro spots. But since I'm spraying flake and clear coat, I think typically that'll help cover that. So I'm not really too worried. Come back for part 2 to see the metallic flake meltdown. Thanks for watching.